My name is Irving Carter. I lived at Tower Hill from 1949 to 1984. I had a small interlude when I was out of town, then I came back, and I was here till 84. Came here in 49, I was 7 years old. 84, when I left here, I was 43, 44. Yeah. So I spent my childhood and grew up here and through high school, and my wife and I lived here for the first 5 years of our marriage. And then we bought a house down the hill and lived there for a number of years, and then moved to another section of town. So I've been in town basically since 1949. Mrs. Carter was my cousin. I came down here because my parents were divorced and it was a tough situation for me. And they took me in as a, so to speak, as a foster child, and they raised me from the time I was 7 on. So it's been an interesting lifetime for me. Yes, it was very quiet and solitude up here, but when I got a little older and I had the animals, it didn't matter to me because I had the animals up here that kept me occupied during the day. So I knew what was going on, and then I was going to school. Yes, I didn't have that many friends that I associated with. I had a couple of school friends that used to come up, but I wasn't buddy-buddy with a lot. I didn't have a lot of close friends that I was real friendly with. I didn't get involved in sports because I had things here, so I had enough things to occupy my time and my mind. But I enjoyed the solitude. That's what I loved about this place. It was so quiet and so peaceful. You could go out and enjoy the quietness. Like the 4th of July, we used to sit out on the lawn and watch the fireworks in West Boylston, the aerial pieces. You could tell the time by the church clock in Princeton.
Hear it?
No, you couldn't hear it, but you could see it and you could tell the time. With a pair of binoculars, you could see the clock. You used to be able to go up on the hill and look at Boston Harbor and see the ships in Boston Harbor. You can't today because there are a couple of hills between here and Boston, and the trees have grown up, so it obscures your view so you can't see it. But it was a fun place to grow up, for me. For somebody else, it might not have been anything that suited their needs, but to me it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it, so I have no complaints. One thing I have gotten from coming up here is a sense of peace, because it's quiet. See, you don't have a lot of traffic up here. You don't have all kinds of road noise, and it's just quiet. Like coming in, you can hear the wind blowing. You don't get any disturbances with the wind blowing, which is good. And since I've gotten blind, I notice things like that more. I mean, when I could see, it was great. One of the things that was wonderful up here was to see the sunsets, because we could sit here and look west, and the sunsets would be beautiful. You'd see some absolutely gorgeous ones. It was not a working farm when I arrived here in 49. They grew hay here and sold it. It had been a working farm up until they bought it, a few years before they bought it, when the former owner died. He was a cattle dealer. He always had 40 or 50 cows around here. And then he and he bought and sold cows all the time. He died, and then the estate sold the farm, and the Carters bought it. And they wanted a place up on a hill. They didn't want the farm. They were going to burn the house down originally and build in another location on the property. But at that time, they could not get a permit to build a new house, because it was right after the Second World War. They could get a permit to repair, remodel, or restore. So faced with that dilemma, they decided to restore, which took a number of years to do. And when I arrived here, all the windows had been replaced, so they weren't old drafty windows. The house had been updated quite a bit. It had a new central heating system put in, steam heat. The fireplaces were not used for heat. They were used as decoration more than anything else. You know, occasionally you'd have a fire in the fireplace for atmosphere. I think you folks have done an extremely good job of maintaining the integrity and the overall outlook of the house.
Good, thank you.
There are some things I'm not crazy about, but that's not my prerogative. That's not my problem. That's yours. So, but overall, I think you've done an extremely good job on it. It's interesting to come back after being away for so many years. And I think about it now, I'm the last living soul that lived up here.